Hello to everyone that's following this journey. I don't know who is. On my last video I had it got to the point where I finally reached 500 views and I was so happy, and then for some reason YouTube took a lot of views off me. I did research it and a lot of things were saying that it was like some sort of audit, and if they think the views are fake or they're from a third party, they take them off. So if you are following, then thank you. I appreciate all the support that I did receive on the first video. I'm just filming this now and then I'm going to post in the morning because I just think that's better, like for responses and things like that. And obviously my goal is to raise as much awareness as possible, so for me response time is very important and crucial to these videos. In this video, I don't know if it's going to be as long because I'm just trying to think of content every week, and my main aim is that over the weeks I will hopefully, I'm hoping that some people will reach out and share their stories and will allow me to share their stories anonymously, because I think that will help, just hearing other stories rather than just mine. I don't want to babble on about myself all the time and make it seem like it's all about me and things like that. I want it to be as much about everyone in this community as possible. I've had a long day today. I've been at work and then I went on a date night, which was very much needed. So it was a good day, but I'm probably going to be paying for it tomorrow. And I've got to go out, and I'm going out tomorrow as well. So tomorrow night will be very exhausting. I have been having a very bad flare-up the past few days. I haven't really mentioned it to anyone because I feel like I don't want to mention it all the time. I don't want it to be a topic of conversation all the time. But I have been suffering quite a bit, sorry, not quite a while, over the last few days with my legs. Just not really sleeping at night and things like that. And I think that's one of the main effects. Like, literally you can see the bags under my eyes. They are ridiculous. One of the main effects obviously of fibromyalgia is widespread pain, and when you have a flare-up it can get quite bad and there's not really much you can do. In my instance, the doctors won't give me anything for pain because of my age. They said it's too high risk to give me anything, things that are strong is the answer I received. So the only thing they offered me was naproxen, but then I heard a lot of horror stories about people, quite a lot of people having stomach ulcers with that pill, and I didn't really want to risk that because at the end of the day, I can't really afford to be out of work or anything like that due to a stomach ulcer. So it's just too much of a high risk and things like that for me to be risking those things. So at the minute I can pretty much just take ibuprofen and that's it. It is hard because, I mean, when you feel like you don't really get much resting time because you're constantly working, or for me it's constantly working and then coming home, doing uni work, going to sleep, working, coming home, doing uni work, sleep. I have two assignments due in January, so I'm working on those and things like that. It's just very, very busy. I'm very busy at the moment. But anyway, moving on, because I feel like I've digressed a bit there. The main content I want, I mean, there's naproxen storyline kind of fits in with this. So I feel like the reason that they won't offer young people who have fibromyalgia anything stronger is it may not even be a risk factor, because I generally, I mean, obviously I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but I just don't understand how so many people can have different pills, but then when I go for it, there's one they can offer, and that's my lot, that's my job lot. And again, I think it just ties in with GPs not having enough awareness of what fibromyalgia is and like what and how that can affect us. And it's not even like I can have any help. It's not like I want to be on pain medication or anything like that for the rest of my life, but it would be nice to have something there for when I did have my flare-up, so that I'm not constantly having to stay awake all night or tossing and turning all night, constantly waking up, because that just makes me so tired. And but then like the only thing with that is then you have to pay for medication as well. I already pay for 2 different kinds of medication, which are at £9.70 each, and so another medication would be another £9.70 on top of that, and it does add up, because I mean it would be like every month, so it does add up. And I don't receive help because I applied for help and they denied it, so I don't really know what my next steps are really, but I need to figure out. And I think it's just a learning curve for everyone. Like, obviously my diagnosis has been over a year now, and I'm still learning things about my body, still learning things about my flare-ups, and I just wish that GPs would have more awareness as well, because I mean, I don't know, and I'd like the comfort of knowing that somebody else would know on my behalf. I mean, I feel like when you're diagnosed with a chronic illness, it shouldn't just be you've got your diagnosis and that's your lot. It should be, okay, you've got your diagnosis and here's the support we can provide. And if you have any questions, or if you have any trying to think of the right word, if you need any sort of support, if you need any advice, then you can always ring your GP, or there's a number you can call and they can advise you on your best options, things like that. And that's what I want to achieve really. My main goal is that in the short future, I don't know, 5 years, maybe 10 years, but I'm hoping it won't take that long, that sort of support will be available, so that we're not alone. Like, we have the communities on Facebook, which are absolutely perfect, and I think they help a lot with each other. But at the end of the day, I feel like it should be down to us to sort of support ourselves. I'm trying to make it, I don't want it to sound like in a bad way, I just wish there was more awareness out there and more help for the people who do suffer with fibromyalgia. And I wish it wasn't so difficult to receive support, even if it's financial support with medication, because I feel like it does make a big difference to your life. And if you're being put out of commission because certain medication is giving you stomach ulcers, for example, or anything like that, then there should be aid or anything available. And I know there's PIP and things like that, but the process for PIP is ridiculous. And I know for a fact that even if I tried, I'd be denied straight away, because I do still go to work and things like that. But yeah, so the main reason for this video, video 2 of the fibromyalgia journey, if you like, is that I just want there to be more awareness. Again, I feel like that was basically the content for the first one as well, but well, that's just the theme throughout, just to have more awareness. And it's not like a thing that should be taken lightly. I think a lot of doctors, a lot of people, when you say fibromyalgia, like the amount of people that I've said, oh, I have fibromyalgia, and they're like, what's that? Like, it's just ridiculous. Everyone I've told, I think, maybe, like when I told people at work, there was 2 people and that was my manager, and then I don't really know what my big boss is classed as, but whatever her title is. So like my manager and then his manager, which is our big boss, we're all in the same office. They were 2 people who knew about fibromyalgia, and they knew about fibromyalgia because my manager's old neighbour has fibromyalgia, something like that, and my big boss's mum has fibromyalgia, and that's the only reason they know. So I feel like if they didn't know, like from experience, then they wouldn't know, sort of thing. And I feel like it's just been noticed to me that nobody is aware, and nobody's aware of something that's so common. You know, it affects 1 in 20, 1 in 25 people, something like that. And something so severe, like it is quite a severe chronic illness. I mean, my mum sent me this screen grab the other day of the top 20 pain something. Hang on, let me get it up. One moment, momentarily. Was it 20 most painful conditions you can suffer from? And fibromyalgia is 19 on that list. So, I mean, I know it's at the bottom of the list, but it's still on the top 20, like, most painful things that you can suffer from. And the fact that there's still not enough awareness about one of the most painful things you can suffer from is, I think, is bizarre, really. It's just one of those things that, like, there should definitely be more education on it. There should definitely be more. I never knew what fibromyalgia was before my mum suggested that was what my diagnosis would be. She was the one who pointed out that that's what it could be, long before my doctors ever did. I mean, she's a senior healthcare assistant at the hospital. But that was before she even worked at the hospital. And she knew what it was before any doctors did. And I feel like, you know, it's just one of those things that needs to be, again, it just needs to be more out there. I want to put it out there, and I think there's a lot of things that can be done to put it out there, and I want to be able to help with that, and I just don't know, other than these videos, as I say, I don't know how to do that. This is really the only way that I can think of, and I'd love to, you know, get the views up, get the awareness spread, get everything heightened. I just want to help, and that's, so if anyone has any suggestions on what else I can do to raise awareness, to become an advocate, to help people understand why this chronic illness is, sorry, I've got a tuft of hair there, that's really stressing me out, to, you know, just show people, just teach people, just help them understand why fibromyalgia is such a big deal, and why a lot of people suffer from it, because there's a lot of the times where people from fibromyalgia will just be classed as lazy or something like that, like just because we don't have the energy to go out about our day-to-day business, and we don't have and sometimes we're just in such great pain that we can't see ourselves doing anything that day. Like, I know sometimes I'd do anything to just lay in bed all day and just either cry or just lay there and not have to move, not have to do anything. I'd love just a day, one day, where I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do the washing, I don't have to tidy, I don't have to go to work, I don't have to do uni work. Just one day. And maybe that would help, maybe not. As I say, I'm still learning. I don't fully understand it myself, and I'd just love to be able to learn myself along the way while helping others learn that it's not an illness that should be taken lightly at all. And also, I've said this video is not going to be as long as the first one, but it is, and I apologise for that, for the long videos. I think there's a lot of things I have to say in order to help people understand a bit more and to help maybe get these videos out there more. I don't know what else I can do, to be honest, than do these videos. And as I say, I just want to help. And yeah, other than that, I don't know. There's nothing else I can do, really. So please just leave a comment on the video if you have any tips, or if you want to message me. I will give you my Facebook or Instagram, anything like that, even Twitter if you prefer that. If you want to share your journey with me, I'll keep it anonymous if you want me to. Just any tips on how you think I can become an advocate for fibromyalgia, to help raise awareness. If you think of anything, please just comment and keep sharing, keep viewing, because all the support does mean the world to me, and I appreciate every single one of you that watched this video, well, that watched the last video, and that will hopefully watch this video. So thank you all.